Very, very interesting topic we have here with this one. I hope my take on this doesn't piss anybody off or ruffle anybody's feathers. That's a bar. If so, I do my best when I can, right? I'm going to play this with y'all. This Jae Millz pretty much throwing out a big idea out to leagues, URL, the battle rap culture, A Ward. I'm gonna give y'all my take and my reaction to that. Then I want to also tell y'all a little bit of a backstory reminder just of myself, because I tried to show that I practice what I preach as much as possible. And I'm also going to blend this into Eazy The Block Captain's current status within the culture. But first and foremost, let's check the video out so y'all can see where I'm going.
Shout out to them. There's no bad business or nothing like that. It's just the budget didn't make sense to me at that time. So back to the fact. A Ward, I'm cool with us battling on the beats on the stage, but this is what I think. Now y'all jump in the comment section and tell me what y'all think about this. Beasley, Brother Smack. I think we got a situation on our hands. I said Beasley. I said Brother Smack. Summer Madness is coming up. Everybody keeps saying Millz so scared to get on the stage. Millz so. A Ward just has two lyricists, two battle rappers. What you think about A Ward versus Jae Millz on a stage at Summer Madness in New York City? I think URL got the money that I want. I don't know about nobody else's negotiations. And I'm cool with battling A Ward on the stage right now, because I got the utmost respect for A Ward as a rapper. So A Ward, what you think? You bring your 3 beats. Jae Millz bring his 3 beats, produced by Ron Browse. Bring your raps, bring my raps. We ain't got to be the headline on Summer Madness, but I think let's change the game a little bit. I mean, I changed the game before. I remember at one time Smack couldn't put a DVD out if it didn't have a battle at the end of it. It wasn't like that before me. Let's just say Jae Millz battles A Ward, Summer Madness, New York City. It's the first time ever you even seeing like the beat battles on URL. And it's Jae Millz, it's Black Belt Millz, it's New York City. And now every card that the URL do, or any other league, perhaps, now maybe the fans might want to see y'all add at least one battle on that card over beats. But y'all ain't gonna say that was due to me though. Y'all ain't gonna say that was due to me. Nah. And shout out to Verbal Warzone. Verbal Warzone been doing that. Let's be clear. I'm just saying a card that's not centered around beats. And then we just start throwing one on there, like how you used to have a Jae Millz battle at the end of them DVDs. And to be clear, I keep hearing people say, why Jae Millz don't go battle on Verbal Warzone? I battled Marv 1 on Verbal Warzone already. I've been trying to figure out why y'all still be talking about battles that I lost like 5-6 years ago, 7-8 years ago. But y'all don't want to talk about the wins I've been getting in the last 7 months. Like how you remember stuff from last decade, but you don't remember stuff from last month or like last year. That's why I said how quickly they forget, and you got to remind them. Then you gotta remind them. You know what I'm loving even more? The fact that the Atlanta Hawks gotta live out the rest of their... Look, check this out. Beasley, holla at me. You got my number. KOTD, if y'all can figure it out, let's do it. But what y'all tried to offer me for the world domination, I'm probably gonna need that times 12. If y'all can get me what y'all was offering me for world domination to be the headliner, if y'all can get me that times 12, I ain't gonna say the number, but if y'all can get me that times 12, you got me. And Beasley, if you call my number fast enough and we can figure this out, y'all can lock this in for Summer Madness. Jae Millz versus A Ward. He bring his 3 beats. I bring my 3 beats. God loves you.
I didn't play it all the way through the first time. I played just like half of it before I started recording this. I like him talking like he values himself. Other like some of these other bitch niggas. Like, yo, I need times 12. Now, of course, you get on the phone in private, that to go, it don't be no times 12 what they offer you. Like, they don't go from having, like, let's say 5,000 for you to having 50,000 for you. The budget is the budget. And then, like, Beasley, call me, I'll let you twist by. So, shout out to Millz on that. All right, we're going to go piece by piece. And like I said, this is going to blend into one of my own backstory reminders within RBE, as well as an Eazy The Block Captain topic. But let me start with what Millz is pitching here. First and foremost, I think it is a dope idea. Not because it will be such a big difference for the fans to have to digest, like, yo, this isn't traditional. We show up here to see 3 versus 3 acapella rounds versus whatever matchups are promoted and presented on this card in this event. Now we're like kind of changing things up a little bit. In the midst of all this, we got a beat coming on, and it's not going to be conventional. So the fans, I think, will have some pushback initially, but that's how things go when you first have something that's different. You have to go through some of the trials and tribulations of people giving pushback until they realize, like, all right, this is cool, or this is dope, or we got used to it. So whatever big platform or big card does something like this, they're gonna have mixed reactions for it, but that's part of being innovative. You know what I'm saying? So I think it could be dope. I think it definitely could sprawl into other platforms. You see a big card like Summer Madness, something like this happening on. Jae Millz is right. Other leagues would start doing it as well because they would see that something happened that the fans enjoyed or that works for the battlers or something else that they could present on their promotions that get people interested, and they would do it as well. So I think it's a dope idea. Now, as far as Summer Madness, that benefits, of course, Jae Millz drastically as well. First of all, he's using his strength, which is on beat. And then it's the biggest card that's probably going to take place in 2026. Like if they do like a return type of theme, Jae Millz could fit the bill. A Sue Surf could fit the bill. Some other names I won't say could possibly fit the bill. They could go a little bit returnish. You know what I'm saying? So hell, return of URL to prominence. It could be a big promo. And why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? And Jae Millz is like, yo, I'm finding a way to not only be a part of that, because notice he threw in a little like, I don't gotta be the main event. He already knows like this probably gonna be surf shit. Like I'll be talking all this shit and Rum Nitty's direction about nigga use the middle of the card or whatever. I'm about to be the middle of the card, especially on a beat battle on Summer Madness. Like, let me say this early. Like, you ain't slick, Mills. But it's a good idea. It's dope. And I think I would enjoy seeing it, to be honest. All right. And shout out to A Ward once again winning that Cody, man. Shout out to A Ward. Now, um, why do I feel odd about seeing a video like that outside of it really being a dope idea for Jae Millz, maybe A Ward or a different opponent, URL, Summer Madness? I think it's dope. But why do I still take issue with it? I got two different perspectives on it. Let me go into my personal backstory and then I'll bleed it into the Eazy The Block Captain shit. If you remember the history of Rare Beat Entertainment, shout out to all the day ones that's still here rocking and watching the content. Shout out to Rap Redux, of course. We have the documentary. It's on like every playlist of the RBE channel. Check it out. Some of the origins of Rare Beat Entertainment was simply me not being able to do the things that I wanted to do. As I continued to come into battle rap with a heightened interest and passion for hip hop and this art form that I fell in love with as a child. You know what I'm saying? And the battle rap media days, everybody knows this story that played a part of it, of me wanting to do certain matchups, me wanting to go a different direction with matchups such as like Math Hoffa versus QB, fresh off of Math Hoffa and Sirius Jones incident on stage. And then me proposing battles like Math versus Swave and not being able to get that done. I wasn't the end all be all. I wasn't the final decision. I wasn't the owner. I wasn't the top boss over there. You know what I'm saying? I was spending the money. I had the ideas, but I didn't have the final say. Me and Shot to get together and we started having conversations like, you have everything that you need, ARP. This is what my brother's telling me. You have everything that you need. You have the insight. You have the passion. You're financed. We could do our own shit. You know what I'm saying? Rare Breed Entertainment. We're going to take our Rare Breed shit that we already have from school and we're going to put an E on the end of that bitch. Same story. And then the rest is history. But it's birthed out of not being able to do something on your own. Okay? Not running into roadblocks of what you want to do, your vision, your ideas, and not being able to complete that. And saying, I'm going to do it myself. Now, this is why I turn it towards Eazy The Block Captain. I want to use his current, it's with some of the biggest news headlines, right? The Kiss the Ring and a lot of the drama that he's been going through. It's the perfect time for me to use that example to show what the hell I'm talking about once again. Do y'all niggas realize that every single blogger, every media platform, I've watched almost everybody's takes about this shit, the Kiss the Ring and all of that, right? Everybody is saying the words, Eazy The Block Captain has nowhere to go. So they got to put their egos down. They got to do this. And you got to find your way how to mend this with Smack and URL and get back on that stage and get some of these big battles done. But the words, you have nowhere to go. People's literally saying that consistently. That doesn't, y'all don't feel crazy like me hearing somebody say that. And we've said it before, but let's focus a little bit more. Let's take it more literal and just stop just glossing over our own words. You own the Trenches platform. You own a battle rap platform that hosts, books, and promotes battle rap matchups. The last thing you should tell me while I am an active league owner is I have nowhere to host a battle. And if I happen to be a league owner that knew how to rap as well, would you guys ever say that to me? If I wanted to battle somebody and I was campaigning to be on other platforms, for example, if I'm Eazy The Block Captain and all right, let me keep using me. I'm ARP. I own Rare Breed Entertainment. It is an active, I'm not retired at this time, active battle rap platform. Okay. Am I going to reach out to T Top and say, yo, can you set up me and Jae Millz? Am I going to reach out to ARP and say, I know we don't get along or even like each other, which is cool, but set up me versus Jae Millz? Am I going to send Frank to talk to Rosenberg Raw, even though I just swore to whoever that I'll never battle him? Like, yo, see if he'll take the matchup and we'll figure out or whatever where we'll put it. Am I going to Olive Branch, a man that's called me a bitch in his interviews on Polo like Calico, and we don't necessarily get along too well, for him to book me? Am I going to keep allowing somebody like Smack talk about you got to kill niggas like that or get down on your knees, bitch nigga, and kiss the ring? Do y'all think that ARP would ever have any of those circumstances if I'm an active league owner that also knows how to rap? Not just knows how to rap. One of the biggest drawing the algorithm battle rappers in the space. If I was what some people would say, you the best out or the best or carry battle rap for the last 2-3 years, and I have Rare Breed Entertainment, would any of those examples or stories ever exist? Why would they? You have the Trenches, right? Jae Millz, I'll be back. Stay right there. You have the Trenches. So I get it. Not too much moves unless Rick sponsors you. Frank tweeted me the other day. I put up a video where I said, Frank, he dabbles a little bit, even though he's kind of migrating the content. He tweeted me. He was like, nah, no more dabbling. Like, I'm totally. So I know if Frank is standing on that, then I can't even say Frank. But let's say Rick, let's say no Frank. He said he don't even dabble anymore. No Rem, no Chrome 23 financed or whatever. No whoever, right? You obviously can't go into your own pocket and book yourself. Let's stay there for a second. Booking yourself. The reality is, this is a sorry it's true. This isn't a shot or a diss towards nobody. I'm just being real. I'm being honest. And what has happened in 2026, the strength and the importance of the league has been that much more visible in 2026. For example, shout out to my nigga Arsenal. One of the biggest battles in battle rap history that we all needed to see, Loaded Lux versus Hollow the Don, took place on UW, his platform, during UW's peak, right? A bunch of other partnerships, money, and all types going on. Since then, UW has done their thing. They pop up every once in a while. They do some nice stuff. But during this tenor, has Arsenal battled more outside of UW or on you? Because if I can take my big draw, Arsenal's a Mount Rushmore, or Eazy The Block Captain's algorithm, I'm the main guy, I'm the top person, right? It should benefit me that much more to put it on my own platform. Why don't we see battle rappers battling on their own platforms with the big battles that they take to other places? So why do we see Eazy The Block Captain begging all these other people instead of battling on the trenches? And it doesn't have to be the battles that won't get done right now at this moment, like let's say a Mook, a Surf, or a Tay-Rock, right? Why can't it be a bunch of other matches? Same way he grabbed Ill Will for the trenches, right? Why can't you do that? You're the man. Just grab a good matchup and put it on. Right? Arsenal has taken 1,000 battles off of UW ever since UW was created. Okay, John. We know about the situation that came into play to help him versus Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? And I think there was other stuff going on when bullpen was hitting heavier, as far as like partnerships and financing, etc. But John still, after a lot of change happened within bullpen, after that, you continue to see his biggest battles take place off of bullpen, like him versus Hollow the Don, for example, right? And you can just keep going and going and going with the battle rappers that have their own platforms. So it definitely doubles back to financing. It doubles back to marketing. It doubles back to the level of the machine. Let me use Calico. Calico has a battle today. You know what I'm saying? He has a battle versus Shotgun Suge today, right? If that battle took place on URL, RBE, a pay-per-view from RBE, or you can almost question, would he make significant more money than he might make today? Well, it depends, because I do preach ownership and tomorrow. So he gets to monetize and own that footage going forward. If it's a high view battle and it's a classic that goes down, a million view battle that keeps getting played over the years, a classic moment in battle rap, then that piece of content is worth something, 100%. But if it's just a battle that comes and goes, okay, it happened, and 3 days from now, nobody's really talking about it, hypothetically, right? Paying yourself is different than somebody paying you the guarantees. That's another reason why people don't necessarily invest as much. Me and Quest McCody have a piece of this discussion that's coming out too. Invest in themselves more than they want somebody to pay them that one shot. And that's why I did that video the other day, reminding people like, yeah, I get it. Some battlers do deserve residuals for their classic works 5, 10, 15 years later, and they don't make any money off of it. But hold on for a second, because you have to have the mentality of possibly taking a loss or not making as much at the time of that content creation, or owning masters, right? And not wanting or needing that guarantee then. Nah, if I could just get ARP to pay me 10 grand right now, fuck hustling up from 2000 right now and building. Like, no, people don't make those decisions for themselves. Okay. So this goes back into this Jae Millz and A Ward thing. And it's not a contradiction. I don't want to use that word because I ain't stepping on nobody, and I respect the idea. And Millz, I just want to throw this out there for him and anybody else, because we keep having these discussions about battle rappers being in a stronger position, having ownership, getting residuals. Jae Millz, similar to Eazy, you're nothing like Eazy. Eazy's a fucking clown. He's a goofball. Jae Millz, respectfully in your direction, though, you're telling us that you have been the algorithm. You're telling me and everybody else that's listening and tuned into your movement. You're showing us the change in your channel, the subscribers moving up. You're showing us, and you're taking shots at other people, saying, and bloggers, you're saying, I do more views than all of y'all, including your peers. All right, so that means that you have a platform. You're rapping about the 4 bedrooms and putting your feet up and all that, and life is good, and the videos on the beach and all that. So financing should be something that's available to you as well. If URL doesn't pick you and A Ward up, or you versus anybody, to do an on beat joint on Summer Madness, or even if they do, Jae Millz, this is a question. What is stopping you from having this idea that you're saying will also alter the culture, create new energies, other leagues will do it, etc., etc., etc.? What is stopping you from doing? This is what kills me, because we turn around and we have battlers create these videos or these moments where they say leagues need to do this for us, or leagues need to give up some of this power, or I need to own, or I should be getting paid going forward, or the business model of battle rap needs to change. Some of that is absolutely true. But why don't we see people take the opportunities to actually do it themselves? And that's why I told the story about how RBE was created, to do it themselves. Jae Millz, that is a legitimate question. I believe you have enough finances, even if it's a one-off, for you and Ron Browse to get together and be that side of the equation, and then pick an opponent and book them to do it versus you pick a location, pick a venue, do the back and forth. And you want to know what? You being able to do one-offs like that, that will probably be even bigger content on your channel than it is you recording the music video, sending shots to somebody else, because we do understand that me recording my rounds and putting them on cam, and this person recording their rounds and putting them on cam, that still is a form of battle rap. It's no different than people like Mook or T-Rex and Cassidy exchanging shots over DVDs. They're not face to face, but the face to face stuff is going to be bigger impact. It's going to get you more views and more respect. That type of shit right there definitely has a bigger Cody argument. I know Cody is over, but they're not doing it anymore. But what's stopping you, Millz, from calling A-Ward right now? If Beasley doesn't call you, or if King of the Dot doesn't times 12 the last offer, what is stopping you from calling A-Ward and saying, what do you want for this type of situation right here? What shit? You don't got a producer? I might even fuck around and get some throwaways, you little cheat or whatever. Get 3 beats from you from Ron Browse. The whole thing could be Ron Browse, so that nobody blames the producer. I don't know. I mean, these are all creative ideas. Fuck all that. That's particulars. But what's stopping you from calling A-Ward and shooting this and putting it on your channel? I bet you versus A-Ward, shot by you or the director and the cameraman that's shooting Jae Millz' music videos. Imagine that person shooting him in front of A-Ward in these 3 different locations for all 3 different rounds on beat and uploading it on Jae Millz' channel. Who thinks it's not going to do more views than the shit right now that Jae Millz is putting up, which is still fire? And Quest, this is some of our discussion. People say, and I'm not talking about Millz, shout out to Millz. People say they want more. They want ownership. They want power. They want gravity. They're bosses in their minds. Their actions do not show that at all. This is not, I do think that it on a Summer Madness is dope. If URL calls you for it and the negotiations go well, do it. And then do the same shit right after. Do both. It's a great idea. But if that call doesn't come, you will be Eazy the Block Captain waiting on the call when you have your own platform and what y'all all tell us, your own money and finances. Show us. Be bosses. That's it. Just an idea.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
One of the toughest characters ever to bulldog his way
Welcome to the house
into
of. And shout out to them.